Hey everyone, it's Fitz with your Power Talk post press conference on Monday afternoon at the Veneer Football Complex. And as it's this way every year, I should never be surprised, and yet I am. The press conference leading up to the Kansas game, no matter who's coaching this team, nothing of substance is shared. Nobody has strong opinions on KU, on the rivalry. There's nothing for a bulletin board is said. So what I'm trying to say is Monday was boring, but we got some players. And while Chris Kleiman was very careful about what he said, not just because it's KU game week, the Sunflower Showdown, Smackdown week, he had a whole TV crew follow him around today. Yeah, apparently it's a reality show. You know, Kleiman 24/7. You can't use that. That belongs to us. But no, it's for a pregame show on TNT because the game this weekend is on the TNT HBO Max platform. And they do a 1 hour pregame show, and 30 minutes of it is background on a Big 12 team. KU's already gotten the treatment, but this is the first time that K-State has been on TNT this season. Pretty cool that the network getting probably the lowest rung on the ladder for selections is putting this kind of effort into it, sending out a crew from the East Coast to start filming things. I thought it was really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing that because I am not personally covering the game after all this stuff about the KU Stadium. I was really looking forward to it, but doesn't make sense for me to go over because Cole Carmody needs to be there as our recruiting analyst. A lot of players will be on the field before the game. And then two other guys, Ryan Gilbert and Grant Snowden, are covering the basketball scrimmage in Columbia on Friday night. So it seems silly for them to come back and not cover that game. But the good news is I will be, of course, watching it, and I will be co-hosting the PowerCat postgame show with Big B. So that'll be fun if K-State wins. And a good reason why K-State went into this break feeling really good about itself was the play of Desmond Purnell, senior linebacker, who honestly has had a bad season. He's just looked a little bit out of whack, a little bit lost at times, and not playing with his normal confidence. Well, that confidence came roaring back against TCU 2 Saturdays ago when he had a pair of interceptions. One was a pick six. He was in the right place, doing the right thing. And that's the Des Purnell that we're used to. He's been just a little bit out of function, just like everyone else on this defense. But for K-State, this was a double whammy. And I've mentioned this before, but I can't emphasize enough that Purnell is one of the leaders in this locker room. He will get on guys for not doing their job, and it doesn't carry as much impact when the guy telling you to do your job is struggling too. But he looked like the Des Purnell that K-State expected this season. And he's not alone. This team has struggled to kind of play to their, not just team identity on the defensive side, but individual identities. VJ Payne has been off his game. They've moved him back to a different safety position where he thinks he's improved a lot. We see guys like Damian Elalio who have been good, but honestly not as noticeable in this four-man front as he was as a nose tackle. He's kind of getting overshadowed by Malcolm Alcorn Crowder, which is a good thing because Crowder's playing well. Must need Austin Romaine to see where he can get because if Romaine gets back to playing at a very high level, he's been good. He just hasn't been the best linebacker in the Big 12 like his preseason advertising was. If they get him going along with Purnell, it's going to help a lot. But I think the biggest addition to this defense has been Gunnar Maldonado. Now that he's out of his knee brace, he is incredibly intelligent. And when he comes up to make a tackle, he gets you to the ground. He doesn't mess that up. And that's been so essential for K-State and will be essential in this game because these two teams are so comparable in many ways. But probably the biggest change here is KU's offense might have a little more explosion to it right now with Dylan Edwards in doubt for Saturday, but they also have a tendency to have more turnovers. I really think this game's going to come down to Jalen Daniels and turnovers, but we'll get into all that later in the week. And for the end of this Power Talk, I just wanted to say if the Kansas State defense can find a way to improve against the run, along with everything else they've done well, this is going to be a pretty good defense. Not a great one. It will never be great. I don't think this defense is built for this four-man front, but if they can find a way to improve at that, particularly that second defensive tackle position, and maybe play bigger at that spot, well, that would help. And honestly, now with Toby Utsinsami out for the rest of the season, which was announced at the press conference, they have one less body there, and maybe they will look to play some younger defensive tackles on the interior if they're healthy. Yep, K-State's pretty beat up on the line, and we'll see how that shakes out Saturday at KU Memorial David Booth Stadium, David Booth, Kansas Memorial Stadium. It's got a lot of names. People in these parts call it Manhattan East. 16 in a row right now. That's 16 in a row. That's right. This winning streak now has a little chin beard and a mustache, that you barely see, but it's a teenager. If they take it to 17, now we're going to have to worry about this rivalry starting to vote, and that'll be weird too. Here we go. It's the Sunflower Showdown week. It's here. Lots of stuff coming from GoPowerCat.com. If those Amazon servers will just cooperate, come on, guys. It's Sunflower Showdown week. Oh, maybe the traffic from fans just crashed the entire internet. Or maybe not.